Oh, it's bright. Hey, everybody. All right. Good evening. Wednesday. So, learn a few things, today, this week. So, first is partners, contractors. Make sure those contracts are like ironclad, solid. No matter how good those people are that you work with, sometimes uh, things just do not work out. So, for instance, if you've been listening or following me for a little bit, so I have this partner that I've been contracting with for the past few months. All of a sudden, went silent for the past week and a half now, almost 2 weeks, about an issue on my company, kind of big issue, and then no resolve. Pretty much since Christmas until today that I myself, my advisor, and a new person that I'm bringing on to help me with fixed. And the funny thing is, Claude fixed it with one question and 2 lines of code. Um, so that was beyond frustrating that I spent 3 weeks spinning wheels and Claude answered it. Another thing for anyone that's like a solo founder and doing it themselves, and I'm not talking about like the people that are just vibe coding apps and then just pushing stuff out. I'm talking about the people that like sure you can vibe code and then bring in an engineer could try to help and then actually grow a business, but um, maybe, unless you have really good technical background or you have a great technical partner, but maybe check out Vericel. We went full AWS, and I'm sure I'm going to get made fun of in the comments for this, but it's a learning curve, and I'm just trying to share with you guys. But I decided to go full AWS no matter what. I, bel- and pretty much I think we're going to stick with that. But Vericel is a little bit faster, a little bit easier for especially solo founders, but a little bit newer into the game of deploying. And that, I mean, you don't have to deal with the complexity of AWS that I know of. And I think there's a pretty good free tier, especially for MVPs. But don't quote me. Go look it up. But definitely, if you're a solo founder, check out Vericel over AWS. I think you guys will be happy. Yeah, so you know, little update on what's going on. We have a few, you know, starting users, which is exciting. And they're getting on the platform, they're using it. So starting to see finally some momentum after uh, the long pause, if you will, because of the code issue. So that's kind of nice. What else? Got my big ASS calendar 2026 up there. I'm starting to fill it out. I'm not sure if you guys do that, but first year for me. So going to try it out. I kind of like it. I mean, looking at the full year, it's kind of crazy that it can go that fast without um, really planning it out. So it's kind of nice to at least put something on the board. Um, Maybe each weekend, each month, definitely. Something fun, something non business like. So that's kind of something new. Um, Day job and day job and founding a company, spent most of my day at a conference for my day job. A long drive to and a long drive from. So, which is fine. It just means when I got back, I had to deal with some other stuff. Finish my day job, and then after that, after the day was finished, had to fix the cloud issues. I had to fix all this other stuff. So, I guess the travel was a little bit more, wears on you. So be mindful of that. So maybe I won't be staying up until midnight tonight working. Maybe I'll try to get some sleep, get some shut eye. That's also equally as important for longevity and staying healthy. Um, yeah. Oh, another fun thing that I am playing around with is like outreach to, since my right now my current customer base is tech sales reps, and so what I'm doing is I am messaging them on LinkedIn, and um, I think so. I have three different prospecting motions, and one is just a core pitch. What I'm doing, what we're trying to do. Number two is kind of about fear, like uncertainty of the economics and jobs and layoffs, and it's fair because if you look at any headline any week, there's massive amounts of layoffs. So, not preparing for layoffs is, I think, short sighted, and you should be very prepared for it. That's why I built Verideal. Um, and then the third thing is kind of like referral, if you will. Like if you are looking for a job, or if you know someone that's looking for a job, that's been looking for a job for a while, or been laid off and still looking for a job, that's what Verideal has is really built on. I was laid off 3 years ago, and that's what started this entire thought process of Verideal. And now I'm just trying to help everyone that wants a job to get back up on their feet. And if you have a bad job, if you hate your job, prove your past performance, and then get back up on your feet where you want to be. I think that's the biggest thing is like um, trying to show people what Verideal is about. And so I'm working on that message. I think that's going to be take some time, trial and error, but overall, um, that's it. I mean, if you've been looking for a job, and I mean, I've read the news. People. I guess I'm talking to people in America, right? So people in America have been like fighting for jobs. And then I think I saw a stat. It was crazy. It's from Unusual Whales. It was like 30 or 40% of jobs right now are posted with no intention for them to actually um, fill. So they're just like ghost jobs. And I've even heard even worse stories about people interviewing, going a few rounds at that company, and just it just dies out. I've heard people from inside those companies talking about that process just to look like they're hiring and still growing when they're not. Um, so that's scary. Yeah. But the fun thing about Verideal and what I'm building is in the future, we're starting with sales reps, past performance, right? Prove that out. And then we will I'm gonna get recruiters on there to show. So like um when we have like hundreds of sales reps with all this verified deals, then recruiters can come in and say like they're looking to hire someone in cybersecurity's sales. They can just filter out who's looking for a job, who's good, and what criteria, right? Like, do they want a high volume closer that closes like 3 deals a month, or do they want like a large enterprise customer to close, a sales rep? Um, and then you just pick, you just kind of contact them, because that's what sales is about. It's like, can you close deals, and what type of deals? Big, small, great. A lot of them, or one a year, doesn't matter. Just two different ballparks, right? Or anywhere in between. So that'd be kind of fun. You it kind of puts the playing field a little bit level in a way, because sales reps can prove what they've done, and recruiters can't really hide, I guess, in a way. Um, at least that's my vision, is to like really level the playing field. And then when you talk about hiring managers, it's just kind of like, okay, sales rep goes into a interview and the hiring manager, you go back and forth with like two questions, right? But instead, you just pull up your Verideal profile and be like, all right, here's all the deals I've closed. Especially if you're like, let's pretend that you're enterprise, or you want to break into enterprise and you've only been in mid market, and you've been mid market at in the technology vertical or manufacturing vertical selling cybersecurity. Okay, so you're mid market cybersecurity sales with the manufacturing, but you want to move up to enterprise manufacturing vertical, but you can't at your current company because for whatever reason, or maybe they're doing layoffs. It doesn't matter. You can show that you have been building um, your way up, deal size. So like maybe 100,000 ARR to 200,000 ARR to 300,000 ARR. And, over the past 18 months, you've increased your sale um, deal value, and boom, there you go. All right, I'm going to take a question. As a solo founder, sometimes does it feel like your communication skills got weaker, as well as if you're workaholic, you don't like to talk with someone, even if they're family members? Communication skills got weaker. I would say it's a little bit different than that. I would say not. I just don't have. I don't have mental bandwidth to have as many conversations as I used to, in a way. So I would be like I used to have conversations with neighbors and friends all day long about like sports, economics, the weather. It doesn't matter, right? Like I'll just have conversations because I like talking to people. But now, like as a solo founder and working a day job and trying to be a family member, right? Um, yeah, no, I don't have really too much time or bandwidth in my mind to like really think about anything else. Like I wake up, I work on my company, and then I start working my day job, and then I start working on my company, I take care of the kids, and then I start working on my company, and then I go to sleep whenever I do. So yes, I guess becoming a workaholic is what I'm doing, but that's the life I chose. So I'm happy to be in this position where I'm at right now. Um, and hopefully in the future, sure, I see some success, and then I can tone down the workaholic, or maybe that doesn't equate that way, but I don't know. But yeah, communication skills have not gotten weaker. I've gotten better at having more concise and smaller conversations with people that I used to. Um, my good friends and good family members, they understand what I'm doing. So if I don't call them once a day or once a week or once a month, then they know what's up. They know what I'm doing. They know the struggle. I'll send them a text message when I can, but I'm not too worried about that. Um, yeah, thanks for the question. Appreciate it. Um, yeah, if nothing else, I'm gonna log off, go get some dinner, and um, yeah, I think I'm gonna call it a night. I'm pretty tired. It is Wednesday, so halfway through. I will leave with this last piece of advice for solo founders. Claude, I use it. Claude Code is great in the CSV, whatever, CS Code, VS Code. I'm tired. Anyways, yeah, Claude Code in VS Code is really good. If you aren't doing that, definitely check it out. Just ask it questions and then ask it to double check in and then a triple check in. So it'll get it done. Trust it, and then trust yourself. Make sure you get some sleep, eat healthy, stay positive, and we got this. 2026 solo founder and day job. This is going to be the new trend. All right, man. Everybody, take care. Bye.